Hey everyone, I am Artosis from SixJax Gaming, and as you see, I'm going to be watching ViBE versus DDE, two of my teammates, and this is kind of an interesting little video I wanted to make, just showing kind of the way I look at the players. Of course, these two players were in NRG before, now they are SixJax, and both very, very good players. DDE, as we see down here, as the Red Terran, he's already shown a lot of skill in very many tournaments, NASL and whatnot, just playing at a very high level, winning a ton of small tournaments. A kid with a lot of potential. And then ViBE, this guy has been getting a little bit of flack because of NASL, but actually he is one of my favorite members in the SixJax team. Such a hardworking, quick player. So I'm looking forward to seeing how these two play against each other. I'm just going to kind of analyze what I see as strengths and weaknesses. It's going to be pretty darn analytical because as the SixJax team captain, I am trying my absolute best to help these guys to improve a little bit. If I am able to do so, that's great. Find maybe a couple flaws here and there, point out to them. And otherwise just kind of be a general fanboy of my teammates. So, will ViBE go for a hatch first? I would say most likely. I do believe this is the MLG version of the Shattered Temple, which means no spawn here for DDE. Quite obvious that a hatchery first build is quite nice. Now look, notice he sends out 2 drones at once, 1 to scout. This is going to help a lot in case there's an SCV here blocking, so I really like that move by ViBE. Timing out his scout correctly to remove anything here, any SCV trying to stall out the hatchery. Now DDE going for a couple barracks. Nice opening, strong economy. He's going to be able to make SCVs non-stop, just power out some Marines and force a lot of Zerglings. That's why it's kind of like an economy pressure build. You get your Terran economy still going, and oh, that's some heavy harassment on that drone. I really hope he gets out of there. Okay, he does get out at the last second, and that was nice. I mean, you may as well put some extra damage on the SCV in case any SCVs do come to battle against the drones. You're already going to have a few of them dead. Or rather hurt, so they're going to die quicker. Now, this pressure build, the beauty of it is it's going to force a lot of Zerglings from ViBE and make him lose a little bit of mining time. And by doing that, DDE should be able to get a little bit ahead on economy, but we're going to have to see how the micro goes. A gas by ViBE, so he's not going to be doing any crazy mineral-heavy style. And I'm really interested to see what type of style DDE wants to do with this. Is he going to go for a very fast command center, or is he going to focus a little bit more on Marines? You can cut a couple Marines and just kind of fake the pressure. Well, here we go. See how his micro does here? We are on the North American server, so both these guys are going to have really great latency. And here's a couple more. ViBE is going to want to run away. Oh, no. Oh, that was not good right there. Looks like he's going to end up losing 3 drones. Yep, 3 drones going down. Totally unneeded. Should have turned around like instantaneously. Definitely some mistakes there. ViBE is ridiculously fast. Let's look at his APM. Wow, DDE is actually even faster this game. That is insane. This is StarCraft 2 APM. You add about 40% and you get what the actual actions per minute is. It's because StarCraft is played in fast or not normal or whatever. So kind of a funny little thing there. But anyways, maybe we'll watch this APM during the battle, see how quick he's going. And look at this. Oh, nice stutter step micro, chasing these Zerglings down while kiting against these. Very good there by DE. Notice no spine crawler yet. I love to see an actual spine crawler against this. Look at all the larvae he has to actually spend on these Zerglings. That's obviously quite a bit of larva, but here we go. That's why he's doing that instead of a spine crawler. He's getting Baneliness, he's getting Zergling speed. Looks like he wants to put on some counter pressure. So that's the one time that you're not going to want a spine crawler super fast against something like this, even though I might do that anyways, just because you're going to lose less Zerglings, get a couple extra drones, and then pop out more. Now here comes the Queen. Nice move by DDE. Speed is only not even halfway done. This is actually a very dangerous time for ViBE. That Red Queen he does not want to lose. I would not even bring that into battle again. Not worth the extra, couple hits it might get in before DDE targets it down. And great bunker timing. This should be done just in time to block any speed moves if he does move out on the map with those Zerglings quickly. Oh my god. He might be just slightly overcommitting, but he knows his timings pretty well. Indeed he does. If we look at the speed, it is not yet done, and he's going to have, it looks like, enough time to get home with these Marines. So that was like a perfect last-second poke. In fact, ViBE was expecting him to be going home already, but DDE cut it that close. Really quite a top-level Terran that he's showing. Let's see. Bunker is up, getting a reactor there. That's going to be for the starport. Looks like he's going to go for just Marine medevac style for a little bit. But he doesn't have a lot of... well, he doesn't have any Marauders, doesn't have a lot of bunkers or anything. If ViBE goes high economy baneling aggression, which it looks like he's going to, this is actually a really great choice because DDE really did make so many Marines. Didn't have a lot of time for gas, isn't going to have stim, isn't going to have siege tanks yet. So this high economy baneling aggression is going to be pretty darn good. And here we go. He's got a good number of banelings in here. Looks like he has 9 of them. And down come the Zerglings. Going to start hitting some of the Marines. And in come the banelings. Wow, that is amazing spreads by DDE. What the hell? Oh my god. He just spread non-stim Marines beautifully. And that aggression by ViBE really didn't end up doing that much. He is sending down some more Zerglings, and in fact 12 more on the way as he pops out another drone. That means he is going to make a transition. One more stab with this, and a lot of these are injured. He put all the red ones in there. Beautiful move by DDE. Damn, this guy is actually so good. I can't explain to you how strong that is to put those red ones in there. Some people just don't do things like that. And here we go. Nice flank by the Zerglings. And it looks like ViBE is going to end up dealing a good amount of damage with these anyways. Does not really want to take these out of the bunker, even though they're not reaching at this point, because they are all in the red. Just pull up here. Let the medevacs do their work. Heal up some of these SCVs. Let some more Marines and Marauders come down and actually fix this up. And the baneling's morphing right there on the command center. Nice micro here. Pops those red Marines out, and it looks like he will clean this up. So really some interesting little micro battles that we do have going on here. In the meantime, notice we do have a ton of drones being made by ViBE. It's a really great time to make drones because, well, he cleaned up a lot of the Marines, yet DDE looks like he's going to hold tight. Baneling speed is on the way before any sort of spire or anything, and I love that because he does see, oh look, it's medevacs, oh look, it's Marines and a Marauder. He's going to need that baneling speed oh so quickly. Zerglings starting to be pumped out. Let's look at the economy. 38 drones and 35 SCVs. So ViBE sacrificed more economy than I guess he really completely should have. It's, you know, it's hard to say when you're doing it. You know, do you make that extra 12 lings and go in there and try to do some damage? Well, he did some pretty good damage in there, downing the Marine count quite a bit, but now DDE is coming back, scanning, taking out a couple of those creep tumors. That is a very nice move. Stim on the way, baneling speed on the way, but not yet done. Kind of a scary moment for both players. He's on the creep. He doesn't know for sure if baneling speed is done. In fact, just picks it up. That is the amazing safety of what he's doing here. And look at that dropping out. Probably wants to try to bomb the Marauder onto any banelings. Queen's coming out, chasing away. And we do notice 1-1 being upgraded for those Banes. This is kind of a hard spot for ViBE now. I'm interested in what kind of choices he's going to make from here. We do have some Zerglings coming down, and there's almost nothing down here right this second. One Marine in a bunker. And ViBE going to run right in and take out that siege tank. That is great against someone going Banelings. But DDE going to hit back. Look at this. Almost as many medevacs as Marines and Marauders. But that Queen should be taken out pretty easily. In the meantime, a lot of SCVs look like they're going to be taken out. Very nice counterattack by ViBE. And DDE, though, he's doing a lot of damage as well. These two are actually at each other's throats all game. Really dynamic, strange game here, but very well played. And we see more Marines popping out. And those Zerglings, oh my god, are they going to clean up these Marines? Barely not, but still doing a ton of damage. And, oh, down goes the hatchery. That looks to me like that is the most important blow we've seen of the game. Even though ViBE did some really, really awesome counterattacks, DDE hit all his timings like exactly. You know, he was in there right before baneling speed was done. He was hitting extra creep tumors. He was microing just right, picking up with the medevacs because of the early aggression. No quick spire by ViBE, so ViBE couldn't really stop those medevacs from harassing him and dodging banelings. So really great abuse of the Zerg's anti-air and lack thereof, rather. And look at that, dropping down, realizing, hey, I have 4 medevacs, I can do something like this, using the Marauder and some Marines to really tank that damage, and ViBE should be pretty dead from here. He is making more Zerglings. His 1-1 just about to finish up. Another dropship in here. Mutas will take care of it easily. But notice this. This is maybe the best part of everything I've seen here. Notice how he's adding a bunch of bunkers, and you're like, why? ViBE's dead. Well, that is what you do as a very top-level player. You know, when you're like, okay, my opponent's dead, he can't kill me. Then you start thinking, well, let's say he could kill me. How could he kill me? Maybe a counterattack? Okay, throw down some extra bunkers. No reason not to. It's not going to impede him from winning the game. It's just going to save him from possibly losing it. So we see ViBE now coming over here. He does have his 1-1, so everything there will be going up. Oh, hits that Marauder. Marauder will not die. Looks like some of the medevacs will take out. Probably 2 more with these mutas if he micros them correctly. And ViBE looking to expand again. In fact, he's expanding over here. Look at that bunker. DDE being very, very annoying. And he may just, yeah, I think he's just going to fly this over through the side, but the Overlord may, in fact, see it. He'll be able to take that Overlord out, but will ViBE be able to get enough units over here to really stop this, especially considering there's a bunker. DDE getting ready to expand again, just playing a very safe game. In fact, canceling right there. It looks like that was, I think that was a barracks, and he's making an eBay instead. Deciding, okay, if you want to go long game from here, ViBE, if you want to keep on trying to play without all-inning me, I'm ready for the all-ins with these bunkers. You know, I'm making walls, I'm putting up siege tanks, and then what else can I be ready for? Upgrades to go into a longer game. So ViBE here looks like he is going to lose this. 2 mutas making you should cancel those, or these Marines might snap their necks before they get to fly away. And that would be really bad. He cannot spare anything right now, especially considering 67 supply to 115. And down from the Marines once again. Mutas, will they get out? Yep. There they go. Now he's going to try to get a little bit of Mutalist harassment in on here. And that's a good move. He has a decent amount of Marines, so should not be able to do any real damage there. More and more siege tanks. It looks to me like DDE should be able to just hit a nice little timing push here and just put the nail in the coffin. I mean, 69 supply to 131. If we look at the unit counting station, 42 drones to 69 SCVs. The natural just now getting up again. An additional base getting up. ViBE being smart, just throwing hatcheries down everywhere, realizing he needs some extra bases for free. But DDE is all over the place and taking out another queen. Oh, God. Well, he doesn't quite get the queen because he's against the other one. I'm a little bit scared of those. And enroll the Banes. So, from here, I mean, what should you do? I always say when you're ahead, get more ahead. And that's basically what DDE is doing here. He's actually a player that has lived by that rule since before I started saying it. You know, he's getting his 1-1 to catch up on upgrades, and he's expanding again, getting upgrades for the siege tanks as well. He's gotten more ahead, and once he's strong enoughly, wow, that's an impressive little word I made right there. He's just going to push out, and I mean, the only thing in the entire world that could really hurt him right now are Baneling landmines, and ViBE has actually been too busy. He does not have any Baneling landmines ready. Burrow has not been researched, and after getting well ahead, securing a 3rd base, getting his upgrades, and now he's even adding the more barracks to really get his macro going. DDE gonna go up and just do a very strong tank push. ViBE still trying to pick things off. Ooh, a slight overstim there by DDE, but at this point, you know, a lot of the times in practice games, players will get a little bit more sloppy. They're like, okay, yeah, you're dead, let's just do this. But, you know, ViBE is still practicing, you know, coming back from a deficit. Look at that, kills another siege tank. DDE definitely being too sloppy right now, because with this many Banelings, you cannot lose 2 siege tanks. So 4 siege tanks would be much, much better in this situation. Now DDE realizing, okay, I gotta kind of be more careful about this. In the meantime, hitting this extra base, this is going to probably force ViBE to make a move. He's only at 93 supply against 169, so here we go. Here's that move I was just talking about. And the Banelings are rolling in. The reduced siege tanks helping ViBE out, but not enough, and GG. And I gotta say, that was a pretty well played game by both sides. No huge mistakes from either of them. Really great play by ViBE and DDE.